Let's get started. Hope everybody is doing well today. This yoga session is going to be very restorative, great way to recover from your week of hard workouts, or maybe it's not only physical stress that you've been under this week, but emotional stress as well. So we are going to take this time to try to flush some of that out a little bit and just sit with it, really. Okay? That being said, start in a position that makes you feel like you can just sit for a minute. Sit with all of it. So you can physically, literally sit up, like how I am here. You can lie down on your back. You can come into your child's pose, your belly, your side, really any position that makes you feel like you can just be. For me today, that's going to be on my back with my knees bent. I'm going to spread the feet wide and then just let the knees kind of fall into each other. Arms, mine will just be relaxed out by my side. And the first thing I want you to do once you find this comfortable position is to close your eyes. And then take note of what's going on in your physical body. Where are you feeling tense or tight or sore, maybe closed off? And once you recognize those areas, see if you can just soften in those spots. And then if that means maybe you need to shift your positioning a little bit or find a new shape, that's okay, just do that. And start focusing on your breath. We don't need to make this too complicated. We really just want to think about our breathing. So as we breathe in, the belly rises. And as we breathe out, the belly falls. Whatever position you found yourself in, I want you to start working your way onto your back. So take your time, as much time as you need getting there, until you find yourself on your back. Bend your knees, bring the soles of the feet to the mat. Reach your arms out wide like airplane wings. And just easily let your knees fall to the right. And take your gaze towards the left. And then bring everything back to center and let the knees fall to the left. Your gaze will go to the right. Come back up to center. Let both knees fall to the right. The gaze goes to the left. Then right back up and over to the other side. Just go back and forth here, side to side, at your pace. Good. And then hug both knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug. Grab on the opposite wrist, forearms, or elbows. Relax your head down on the mat. Take a breath in. Let the belly rise up to meet your thighs. Exhale, hug the knees down and in towards your chest. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, hug the knees down and in. Now look at your grip on your arms or your hands. I just want you to switch whichever hand is on top. And then we have 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Release. Both feet come back down to the mat. Knees stay bent. And then stretch your right leg all the way up to the sky. Let's get 3 ankle circles in each direction here. Good. Then trying to keep your leg as straight as you can. Crawl your hands up as high as they go on the leg while keeping your shoulders and your head flat on the mat. So don't go too crazy here. Don't hurt yourself. Find a place where you feel the stretch along the back of your leg, but it's not painful. It's not too much. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, try to keep the leg straight as you gently hug it down towards your body. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. One more just like that. Good. Find your figure 4s. Cross the right ankle over your left thigh. Stay where you are. You can press the knee away from you with your hand, or you can interlace the fingers behind the hamstring or in front of your shin on the left side. Then from there, keep your right ankle flexed so the right toes pull towards your shin. As you breathe in, you're going to find some space. And as you breathe out, gently hug the knees in towards your body. Inhale. Exhale. Good. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. And to release, drop the left foot all the way down. Cross your right knee all the way over the left here. Scoot your hips a tiny bit towards the right, and then roll onto your left hip. Let the knees fall towards your left. The right arm reaches up and then out by your side. Take your gaze towards your right hand. Now, if this is a little bit too much on the lower body, uncross the legs and stack your knees here. Nice job. And then gently uncross and unwind. Everything comes back to center. Find a full body stretch. Point the toes forward, reach the arms back. Inhale, grow everything really long. As you exhale, hug the knees into your chest and start to rock and roll forward and back. So tailbone to shoulder blades. We're going to get 3 rocks here. On your 3rd rock, transition to your tabletop. So cross the ankles, you can roll over your knees or swing the legs around if you prefer. Landing with the shoulders stacked above the wrist, hips above your knees, tops of the feet flat on the mat. Inhale, look forward, let your belly drop, the tailbone lifts. Exhale, round the spine, pull the belly in, tuck your chin to your chest. Inhale, look forward, belly drops. Exhale, tuck and round. Nice, one more just like that. Inhale. Exhale. And then come back to your tabletop. Stretch the right leg back behind you, keeping the right toes down on the mat. And press that right heel back towards the back of the room. Let your head and neck relax. Breathe into the back of your right leg. Good. Release back to tabletop and then on to your butt. Extend your legs forward. You might need to scoot towards the top of your mat here. Extend the arms forward. Tuck the tailbone. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, slowly round down. So you're making your way all the way back down to your back, moving 1 vertebra at a time till you find your back. And then find a full body stretch. Inhale, everything gets long. As you exhale, bend the knees, soles of the feet to the mat. Arms come down by your sides. And then reach the left leg all the way up. 3 ankle circles in each direction. Nice. Good. And then start to climb the hands up the left leg. Wherever they land. behind the hamstring, maybe your calf, your ankle. Some of us will be all the way up at our foot. Take a breath in, let the belly rise. And as you breathe out, gently hug the leg down towards your body. 2 more just like that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Figure 4. Cross the left ankle over your right thigh. Stay. Press the knee away. Or interlace your fingers behind the hamstring or in front of your shin. And breathe. Every time you breathe out, you're getting a little bit deeper into this stretch here. And just noticing how this feels in your left hip. Take 1 more inhale. And exhale. Good. Lower the right foot down. Cross the left knee all the way over the right. Scoot your hips just a tiny bit towards the left. Roll onto your right hip, letting the knees fall. Left arm reaches up and out by your side. Remember, if it's too much, uncross the legs and stack your knees. If you feel your mind starting to wander while you're stretching here, just think about bringing your attention back to your breathing. It's nothing too complicated, but when you feel like you're getting maybe distracted or your mind is pulling you somewhere else, which is completely natural, think about what's happening with your belly button. As you breathe in, the belly button rises up. And as you breathe out, it falls down. Good. Slowly unwind, come back through center, full body stretch. Point the toes forward, reach the arms back. Inhale, get really long as you can. Exhale, both knees hug into your chest, rock and roll, back and forth, north to south. Good. 1 more rock. Tabletop, cross your ankles, roll over your knees, swing the legs around. 3 rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, look forward, belly drops, tailbone lifts. Exhale, round the spine, pull the belly in, tuck your chin to your chest. Inhale. Exhale. Good, 1 more. Good. Come back to center. Stretch that left leg back behind you. So you're pressing the heel back towards the back of the room, really breathing into the back of your left leg, and just let your head and neck relax. You can shake it out, shake your head yes, shake your head no. Just trying to release any tension you may have in your neck. Good. Come back to your tabletop. We're moving to our dancing lion here. So shift your hips down and back towards the right side of the back right side of your mat, over towards the left, up towards the left, and over towards the right. So you're making a giant circle with your hips here. Nice. And then reverse the direction of the circle. So the same thing, you're just moving in the opposite direction. Good, you guys. Once you are even from side to side, spread the knees nice and wide. Press back into your child's pose, lowering your hips down towards your heels. Relax your arms and just breathe. You got 3 breaths here. And then start to activate the arms and through your upper back, crawling the fingertips forward, lifting the elbows and the wrists up off of the mat. And then walk both hands over towards the right, staying high on the fingertips. I'm going to walk back through center, all the way over towards the left. Good. Come back to center. From here, we'll slide all the way down onto our bellies, finding our Sphinx pose. So here the shoulders land on top of the elbows. And then the hands shoot out directly in front of your elbows. All 10 toes, your toenails, are touching the mat here. Okay, so keep the tops of the feet down on the ground. Now think about it, without actually moving your arms, pulling the elbows towards your chest and pulling your chest forward. Getting into this back bend here. Breathe, take 2 more breaths. Good. And then bring your chin onto your hands. Bend the knees and windshield wiper the feet side to side. Good. Extend the legs back behind you. Slide back into that Sphinx pose, but relax here. So don't think about pulling the chest forward and the elbows back quite as much. Take a breath in, look forward. As you breathe out, look down towards your chest. Tuck your chin. Inhale, look forward. Exhale all the way down. 2 more, just like that. Breathe in. Breathe out. 1 more. Good. Come back to center. Take your chin towards your right shoulder. And then switch sides. Chin towards left shoulder. Good. Back to center. And then press back up. Child's pose. Hips to heels. Nice. And then find your downward facing dog. So the hands are about shoulder width apart. The feet are about hip width apart. And then lift your hips up towards the sky as your heels lower down towards the mat. And then walk your feet out here. So bend one knee and then bend the other knee. Back and forth. Good. Come back to center. Take your gaze towards the top of your mat. Come up high on the balls of your feet and tiptoe your way up to find your forward fold. Till your hands come to meet your feet. Put a nice generous bend in the legs and fold over your thighs. Grab on the opposite elbows here and sway from side to side. And then lower the hands down to the mat. Bring your right hand to your right hip. The left hand stays down on the ground. Bend the left knee and straighten the right leg. Start to open up towards your right. So you're trying to stack the shoulders here. And from there, reach your right arm all the way down towards the ground, towards the front of the room, up towards the sky, and back towards the back of the room. Do that twice more. So big shoulder circles. Good. Back to your fold, and we'll switch sides. So bend the right knee, right hand stays down. Left hand to your hip, straighten the left leg as you open up towards the left. Then the left arm reaches down, forward, up, and back. 2 more just like that. Good, back to your forward fold. And then slowly round yourself up to stand. Good. All right, guys. So I want you to stand. I'm going to come to my knees just so you can see my upper body here. Take a breath in, look up, reach up. And the arms come up. You're still standing. I just want you to get a good view here. And then grab onto your left hand with your right hand. So your right hand grabs on your left wrist. Take a breath in, stretch up tall. And as you breathe out, lean towards the right. And then come back through center and we'll switch it out. The left hand grabs onto the right wrist. Inhale, you get long. Exhale, lean to the left. Good. Come back to center. Inhale, look up, reach up. Exhale, find your forward fold. Inhale, slide the hands up to shins, halfway lift. You have a really flat back here. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the palms, step back for your plank. Take a breath in. As you exhale, shift forward on your toes, elbows hugging tight, lower all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes, reach your arms back, and interlace your fingers behind your low back. Now, glue all 10 toenails back down to the mat. Give your booty a tiny little squeeze. Roll the shoulders down in their sockets, and then start to peel the chest up. All right, so you can stay here, or you can start to float the palm or the fist up if you want more. Breathe. You should be able to breathe comfortably, and you should be able to shake out your head and neck. Okay, so no tension through the neck. Take one more breath in, and a breath out, and release. Slide the hands under your shoulders, curl the toes under, press up to your plank, downward facing dog. Exhale. Inhale, three-legged dog, float the right leg up to the sky. Exhale, look forward, step your right foot between your hands, find your runner's lunge. Lower the back knee down, top of the back foot down. Walk your hands up your right thigh, and then press yourself all the way up here. So your shoulders stack above your hips. Your right knee is stacked directly above the ankle, so you may need to make some little adjustments there. Your left hip is stacked directly above your left knee, okay? Then from there, drop the right hand down, lift your left arm all the way up, and then start to reach back towards the back right corner of your mat here with your left hand. Nice. Come back to center. Walk your right foot forward and over towards the right. And then shift the hips forward. Lower your hands down to the left side of the mat, or you can come down to your forearms if you have that in you. You can roll onto the right, the pinky toe edge of your right foot, letting your knee fall towards the right. You can rock side to side here, whatever you like. That is what I want you to do. Nice. If you're on your forearms, come on up to your hands. And then walk your left hand way over to the left so it comes off your mat. The right arm reaches all the way up and back towards the back of the room. If you want to have a quad stretch, grab onto your foot with your hand here. Nice. One more breath. Release. Find your runner's lunge. So walk the right foot back to the middle of your mat. Pop the back knee up, and then plant the palms down, all the way back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in, come up high on the balls of your feet. As you breathe out, sink the heels down towards the mat. You have two more just like that. Inhale, exhale. Good, one more, breathe in, breathe out. Next inhale, the left leg floats up, three-legged dog. Exhale, look forward, step the foot between your hands, runner's lunge. Lower the back knee down, top of the back foot down, walk your hands up your left thigh this time. Remember, shoulders stacked above the hips, right hip is stacked above your right knee, left knee above your left ankle. So make whatever adjustments you need to here. Little squeeze through your booty, drop the left arm down by your side, the right arm reaches all the way up. And then start to reach back towards the back left corner of your mat. Nice job. And then come back to center. Walk that left foot forward and over towards the left. Shift the hips down. Both hands come to the right. Your left knee can fall towards the left. You can roll onto the pinky toe edge of your foot. You can stay on your hands here or lower to your forearms. You can also wiggle side to side. Do what you like. Nice job, y'all. You got two more breaths in this position. If you're on your forearms, come on back to your hands. Walk the right hand way over so it comes off the mat. The left arm reaches all the way up and back. If you want to add that quad stretch, grab onto your foot there. Breathe in and out through your nose. Nice. Release. Good. Walk that left foot back to the middle of your mat. Find your runner's lunge. So pop the back knee up. Plant your palms. Step all the way back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, three-legged, right leg floats up. Bend your knee, open up your hip. Good, and then look forward, step the foot between your hands, runner's lunge. Pyramid pose. Walk the back foot forward about 6 inches or so. Then straighten your front leg. You want to think about pulling the right hip back towards the back of the room. Hands are either on the mat or up on blocks or something that you can prop the hands up on if you need to. Take a breath in, open up through your chest. Now as you breathe out, start to fold towards your shin, closing off that space between your chest and your leg. Nice job, y'all. And then from here, step the left foot up to meet the right, find your forward fold. Interlace your fingers behind your low back. Roll the shoulders down their sockets first. Put a nice little bend in your knees, and then start to lift the fists up towards the ceiling, forehead to knees. Shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. Good, release the hands down to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Look up, reach up. Exhale, back to your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your palms, step back, plank. Take a breath in. Exhale, all the way down. Untuck your toes. Inhale, cobra. Peel the chest off the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Curl the toes under, hips lift up, and then back. Inhale, three-legged dog. Left leg reaches up. Bend your knee, open your hip. Good, look forward, step the left foot between your hands. Runner's lunge, and then into your pyramid pose. Stay high on the ball of the back foot as you walk it forward about 6 inches or so. Straighten your front leg as best you can. Pull the left hip back. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, fold, lowering your chest down toward your leg. You got 2 more breaths here. Nice job, everybody. Good. From here, find our wide-legged forward fold. So turn all 10 toes to face the right here, and then walk the feet out a little bit wider. Then lower your head down towards the mat, lifting the hips up, up, up. Just breathe here. You've got 2 more long, slow breaths. Good. Slide your hands under your heart. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Skandasana towards the left. Big bend in your left knee. Lower your left glute all the way down towards your heel as you flex the right ankle. So your right toes pull towards your shin here. You've got options with your hands. You can keep them on the ground. You can bring them to your heart if you want to balance. You can crawl them forward if you want more of an inner thigh stretch. Or if you want to start working on a bind here, your left arm wraps around your knee, the right arm wraps behind your back, and you interlace your fingers behind you here. All right, so you choose. Lots of options. I'm going to go with the more of the stretch. So I'll crawl my arms forward, let my head and neck relax. Good. And walk your hands back towards your foot. We'll switch to the other side. You can keep your hands on the ground or at your heart if you want to work on balance. Good, same thing, other side. You can keep the hands where they are, crawl them forward, balance, or work on your bind. Your bind, your right arm wraps in front of the knee, left arm behind you. You'll interlace your fingers. I can't really do it, so I can't exactly demo it, but if you're doing it, if you have your hands clasped together behind you, you'll start to open up through your left shoulder. So starting to think about lifting your left ribs up towards the ceiling. Nice job, everybody. Walk your hands back towards your foot and then come back to your wide-legged forward fold. From here, we're going to find our frog pose. So I want you to come down into your tabletop, but you're facing the opposite way on your mat than you usually would. Walk your knees forward, so they're towards the edge of your mat here. And then turn your feet so they're facing out. And then your hands come down in front of you. So you may be off. I don't want to be out of the screen. There we go. Okay. Now, you're going to spread your knees as wide as they go. As your knees go, your feet have to go with them. Your ankles stay in line with the knees. All right, I'm going to do this from the side so you guys can see a little better. So the toes are facing out. As wide as the knees go, the feet have to go with them. Then you want to think about keeping your hips stacked on top of your knees as you lower your chest down. Okay? So what happens here a lot is we bring our hips forward so that we can go a little lower. But we actually want to keep the hips stacked directly on top of the knees. And then we start to lower our chest down towards the mat. So you may be up on your hands. Maybe you're on your forearms, your chest, your forehead. Whatever that looks like for you, I want you to find a comfortable spot because we're going to be here for another 20 seconds. Not too terribly long. But try to just breathe, okay? In and out through your nose. And start to make your way back up to your hands if you're lower. Pull your feet together. Now press into your hands as you lift the hips up and bring the knees together. Turn around on your mat and come right into your child's pose with the knees close together as long as it doesn't bother your hips. And then shift the hips side to side if that feels good here. Nice job, everybody. And start to round yourself all the way up so you're sitting on your shins. Shrug the shoulders up, back, and down. 2 more just like that. Up, back, and down. Last one. And then we'll go forward for 3, 2, 1. Good. Last shoulder stretch. Interlace your fingers behind the low back. Roll the shoulders down in the sockets. Pull your ribs in if they flare out. And then start to lift the fists up if that feels okay for you. Breathe. One more inhale. One more exhale. And then release. If there are any other poses or stretches you would like to do before coming into your resting position, I want you to do that now. Otherwise, find your way back to a still position. So that can be the same position you started in. It could be a different one. So you can be on your back, your belly, child's pose. You can stay sitting up. Whatever that looks like for you right now is up to you. So think about what sounds comfortable to you right now. Where is a shape that you can land in where you feel like you can be still and relax. And once you're there, do the same thing we did in the very beginning of the day. Notice where you're feeling any tension. Is it different than when we started? And if you are still feeling any tightness or tension anywhere, try to soften those spots. Slow down your breathing. Start to let your body melt into the mat. Spend as much time in this place of still, quiet, calmness, as much time as you can. Thank you for practicing with me today. The light, the love, and the energy in me respects the light, love, and energy in all of you. Namaste.